Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm here with another story, one that still sends chills down my spine. So, without wasting any time, let's begin. My name is Labiba. Ever since I was a child, I've been what people call a tomboy. Instead of playing with dolls, I preferred playing cricket or marbles with the boys in my neighborhood. My behavior, the way I spoke, even my walk, everything had a boyish energy. Because of that, I became incredibly close with all the boys in our area. Right next door lived Haidar. He was my closest friend, my absolute best friend. Haidar had an older brother named Hashem, but everyone called him Hasubai. He was different. People labeled him as crazy or mentally unstable. He kept to himself and rarely spoke, but every once in a while he would say things so strange and unsettling that they would leave everyone stunned. Haidar's mother loved Hasubai more than anything. Every day she would dress him in nice clothes, put powder on him, and in the afternoons she would seat him on a chair near the gate while we played outside. She probably hoped the fresh air would help him. While she was inside doing housework, we neighborhood kids would keep an eye on him. But things grew difficult when Hasubai would suddenly lose control. He'd lunge into our games and act in bizarre ways, ruining everything. His mother would rush out to calm him down, often giving us money or snacks to make up for the disruption. She used to say that their family's financial luck was tied to him, that they never lacked money because of Hasubai. Whether that was true or just her own belief, no one really knew. Several times a year, his condition would spiral. He would become aggressive, screaming and trying to hurt himself. During those times, they had no choice but to lock him in his room. His mother called it a hot head, but the elders whispered something darker, that he wasn't just sick, but possessed by a jinn or cursed by black magic. When he was calm, he would quietly watch us play. Sometimes he stared blankly, other times he laughed to himself, but there was something about his gaze. It made me uneasy. Whenever I looked into his eyes, a cold chill ran down my spine. Despite my bond with Haidar, I always went out of my way to avoid Hasubai. A foggy December afternoon, we were playing cricket in the alley. Haidar was batting, and I was fielding. Suddenly, the ball flew straight toward me. I jumped to catch it, but it slipped through my fingers and hit a man in the head, an uncle from our block who was just returning from work. He was known for his short fuse. The moment the ball hit him, he exploded in rage. He grabbed the ball, hurled it away, and slapped Haidar hard across the face. It happened so fast we were all paralyzed. Humiliated and in tears, Haidar sat down beside Hasubai on the porch. While everyone tried to comfort Haidar, I noticed Hasubai. He had his head down, muttering something over and over. I leaned in, listening carefully. He will die. He will die. Today he dies. His voice didn't sound like his own. It sounded like someone or something else was speaking through him. I froze. A few other kids heard it too. Suddenly, his body began to shake violently, as if he were having a seizure. His mother rushed out and pulled him inside. The game ended right then and there. As I walked home, his words echoed in my mind. The next morning, the sound of screams and chaos woke the neighborhood. I ran outside to find a police car and an ambulance parked in front of that uncle's house. We found out later that he had committed suicide during the night. In that moment, the ground felt like it disappeared beneath my feet. Hasubai had predicted it the evening before. From that day on, a deep fear took root inside me. Rumors spread like wildfire. People started believing Hasubai had supernatural powers. Some even began treating him like a holy figure, bringing offerings and asking for blessings. But through it all, his mother insisted he was just a sick boy.
Years passed. Life moved on. I grew up and traded games for studies, but my friendship with Haidar remained as strong as ever. One afternoon, my mother sent me to Haidar's house with some food. I didn't want to go, but I had no choice. When I arrived, the gate was wide open, which was strange. I walked inside and found the courtyard empty. I assumed his mother was in the washroom because I could hear the sound of running water. Then I heard a sound from Hasubai's room. It didn't sound human. Driven by a mix of curiosity and terror, I crept toward the window and peeked inside. What I saw, no sane person could imagine. Hasubai, who could barely walk, was moving across the room in a way that defied nature. His limbs were twisted at impossible angles, snapping and shifting as if his bones were broken. He was speaking a language I had never heard, something ancient, something guttural. Suddenly, he snapped his head around and looked straight at me. His eyes were entirely black, no whites, just pure darkness. I screamed and ran for my life, not stopping until I was safe in my own home. Later, Haidar told me the truth. He spoke about their family's dark past, strange incidents from when Hasubai was a baby, and a relative who supposedly practiced black magic. Doctors called it schizophrenia, but his mother knew it was something else entirely. As time went on, Haidar became successful, and our bond grew into love. But the shadow of Hasubai loomed over everything. One day, I saw him again. This time, he was attacking his own mother. I stepped in and hit him to stop the assault. He turned toward me with a rage that felt demonic and growled, "He will leave you. He won't stay. He will destroy you." Those words haunted me. Eventually, when Haidar's family came with a marriage proposal, I refused. I was terrified. I knew I could never live my life in a house shared with Hasubai. We went our separate ways. 2 months later, I heard Haidar was engaged to someone else, and the very next day, Hasubai died. There had been a major electrical fault in their gate. Just as Haidar was about to touch the handle, Hasubai lunged forward, pushed him away, and took the massive shock himself. He died instantly. He had saved Haidar's life. When I saw his body at the funeral, his face looked peaceful. For the first time, the madness was gone. No fear, no rage, just calm. That's when it hit me. His words, "He will leave you," weren't about Haidar leaving me. He was talking about himself. He knew he was the one who would leave. 3 years have passed since that day. Haidar and his family moved to Saudi Arabia, and we never spoke again. But even now, whenever I hear someone muttering to themselves, or when I find myself alone in the dark, I hear his voice again. "He will die. He will die." And I can't help but feel that somewhere from the shadows, he is still watching me. That was today's story. Stay safe and stay aware.